We're finishing the year, motivation is running through our veins. Use moments to reflect, to analyze, to think through, and ask yourself the super tough questions. With goals, even the small wins matter. We are right now in a period of time, we're finishing the year, we are close to the end of December. These are always very special occasions, a very special moment when we take the time to look back, right? Analyze what went well, what didn't, what kind of wishes or goals did happen, or what maybe we planned for and didn't achieve. It's a very special moment. It's a moment where we look also into the future, and it's the moment when most people are open or try to set goals for the next year, set challenges, things like that. So that's why I thought it's a great moment to talk about goal setting and the most important things about goal setting in case you are planning or you are one of those people that at the end of the year sets their goal for the next year, or if you want to try that. Many people fail over the year, so we can also talk about the reasons and how to avoid that. And I want to start by mentioning generally why goals are important and why setting goals, I believe, is a great skill and a great practice that we should be doing throughout the whole year, not necessarily end of the year, even though this is a great moment when the most motivation is running through our veins to do that. So setting goals is what gives you direction. I think that without certain goals, you're just kind of walking around without a clear guidance, without a destiny, sort of say. The way I like a phrase that says that without goals, big wins eventually end up being unnoticed. And with goals, even the small wins matter. The way our brain works as well is that when you set yourself a goal that you believe in, your brain automatically starts fixating on that. And a lot of things start happening automatically in your head that you don't even realize that help you go towards that goal. It's like when you buy a red car, suddenly you see red cars everywhere. It's not exactly the same, but it's that concept. I think goals are very important because they not only give you direction, they give you the answer to daily situations and questions. So every day, every week, every month, we are taking decisions. We're taking small decisions, we're taking big decisions. And these decisions, they take us to one direction in one year or a totally different direction through small steps. And when you don't have clear goals, you are always doubting what is the right decision in this situation and that situation and that situation. Why? Because you don't have like a clear picture, a perspective, big overview about what is going on. When you have set your goals, it's much more simpler. You just need to ask yourself when you have a question or a decision to make, does this decision, what I want to do, the way I'm going to act, is it going to bring closer to my goal or bring me away from my goal? And this is the easiest filter to make sure that most of your decisions throughout your day, week and months are taking you towards somewhere that you've planned. I'll give you a very simple example, but hope it helps. I've been thinking for a long time about posting videos on YouTube where I share my experience and also knowledge that can help maybe other agents or clients that are not our clients, but maybe helps them to unforesee certain situation. Eventually that this process becomes more better for them. But over the years, I was also doubting, like, I don't know if I should do that because, you know, I don't want my competitors to get all this for free and use it to their advantage. I don't want clients watching videos, getting great ideas and then buying homes with other people. So I don't want to really share that. When we've defined our mission and our purpose to elevate the real estate industry, and this question popped up to my mind again, the answer was immediate, easy, simple. If our purpose, our goal is to elevate the real estate industry, of course we're going to post the best possible quality content online for free so that people can benefit from it. I might not see the benefit for myself or our company immediately right now, but I'm sure it will come because the action is aligned with the long-term goal. And I'm sure the benefit from that will come even if I can't see it immediately right now calculated. When you set goals, don't let your past dictate what you can achieve. When we set our goals, it's normal, everybody does this, the majority of us does this. They think about their past achievements, what the past told them that is possible, not possible, and based on that, they plan their goals for the next year. But that's not exactly the correct way to do. First of all, whatever past year you had, maybe it was an excellent year, maybe it was a terrible year, it doesn't mean that this needs to be projected into your next year. You've evolved, you've changed, you've adapted, you've gained more perspective, and you can take control and decide what you want to achieve, not based on past experiences. The past gives you certain guidance, but it's not a rule of what can be done or cannot be done. You can decide what you can do. Eventually, it's as simple as that. I mean, one day somebody somewhere decided they want to fly an airplane or they want to fly. And all their past experiences told them that this is not possible. Everything they knew is not possible, but they achieved it, even though the world experience told them it's not possible. So whatever you think is not possible is just your own past dragging you backwards. Why goals fail? Well, it's not many times that, for example, when we set them at New Year's and eventually don't achieve them over the years, many times not because we don't really want them, it's because the systems that we put in place are not properly done. Maybe the goal is too ambitious and too long term and we haven't set monthly or even weekly checkpoints. Maybe, and we've talked about this a lot, sometimes the goal doesn't matter that much, for example, also very important. Breaking them down into monthly and weekly checkpoints is very important because we don't work in our brain by yearly wins, let's call it like that. Our brain, we don't work like that. We don't have a year that we win and a year that we lose. We work by monthly wins that build up into the next month or by weekly wins. So therefore it's important to split goals like that. Another big mistake that people do, they confuse goals with habits, which is not the same thing. You see, goals is an end result that we want to achieve. Habits are things that we repeat. But the right habits, like for example, having your CRM clean or sleeping well, we spoke the other day, or any other thing like that, habits that you build, they are very important to achieve your goal. Before setting your goal, think about, make yourself the really tough questions. This is a very simple and a very complicated exercise. I've done it just a couple times in my life and I highly recommend it. Sit down, it's going to take you 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, maybe a couple of days with a blank piece of paper. Maybe it's going to keep blank for an hour, 2, 3 or 4. That's what happened to me, it's normal. And ask yourself the easy, which are the super tough questions. What I want for me in life? What is my mission, mine as an individual? Where I want to be in 20 years, who I want to be in 20 years, questions like that. I promise you, when I've done it, I came out from that with a new perspective, new ideas, new thoughts, that then I can convert into the goals. But I think before setting the goals, it's also important to ask yourself those tough questions. I also shared a book, I don't know if you guys read, a very short book, it was like 12, 13 chapters during summer about goal setting. If anybody wants it, ring me a bell. And lastly, the 3 stages of goal setting. If you decide to set your goals this year and try it, I can also propose that you maybe try it differently. And think about it like this. We're going to break it down in 3 parts. The first part is think about your identity. Who you want to become, what kind of person you want to be. How would you like people to see you? When you can define this identity, then ask yourself the second stage, which is what habits I need to build to become this person. Plan those habits. And then third, what achievements, what results, what outcomes need to happen so that I know I'm achieving my goal. Most people always start with the what. That's the point number 3. Try maybe starting with why. So guys, it's end of the year now, soon. It's Christmas. It's an amazing time, amazing period to also kind of calm down, start taking more time, use moments to reflect, to analyze, to think through, and possibly to set some new goals based on new experiences for the following year. What I truly aspire for everybody in this company to achieve is that your growth happens with intention and not automatically. I think that's a big difference, and I really hope that for you guys. So thank you for listening, and yeah, well, it's a bit early maybe, but wish you an amazing Christmas, New Year's, and a great time. Thank you.